A grown man once watched his foreign friend cry because someone offered to share their food with him. A woman flew back to Africa just to experience a family gathering again, and a tourist once said, visiting Africa changes entire understanding of what it means to be human. Today, we are going to show you exactly why. These are the things Africans do every single day that confuse the rest of the world. And by the end of this video, you will understand why African culture might just be the most misunderstood and most powerful way of life on earth. Number 1. Greeting everyone in the room individually. Walk into any African household and you will greet every single person in that room. Not a general hello to the whole group, not a wave. You will walk around that room, shake every hand, acknowledge every elder, and only then can you sit down. To outsiders, this looks exhausting and unnecessary. But in African culture, respect is not assumed, it is demonstrated. Every person in that room deserves to be seen and acknowledged. That elderly woman in the corner who has not spoken all evening still gets greeted personally. That small child sitting quietly still gets their hand shaken. Nobody is invincible in an African household, and that simple act of acknowledgement pulls families and communities together in ways that the rest of the world is only now beginning to understand. Studies in social psychology now show that feeling seen and acknowledged is one of the most fundamental human needs. Africans have known this for centuries. Number 2. Using age as the ultimate authority. In most Western cultures, your opinion is valued based on your qualifications, your title, or your achievements. In Africa, your age is your qualification. The eldest person in the room speaks first, eats first, and decides first. Young people do not interrupt elders. Never. You do not walk past an elder without greeting them. You do not sit while an elder is standing. You do not raise your voice in their presence. To outsiders, this looks rigid and unfair. But this system exists because African communities understood something modern society forgot. That lived experience is the most valuable form of knowledge. An 80-year-old who has survived drought, wars, harvest, and loss carries wisdom that no university degree can replicate. Modern society threw away this system and replaced elders with nursing homes and Google searches. And somehow, people are more lost than ever. Number 3. Food is never just for you. This is the moment that made the grown man cry. He was sitting at an African family table for the first time in his life. He had shown up unannounced. There was not much food, but without hesitation, every person at that table moved their plate to make room and share what they had with a stranger. He had never experienced anything like it in his entire life. He said later that he sat in his car afterwards and wept because he realized he had grown up in a wealthy country and never once felt that kind of warmth from another human being. The concept of eating alone while others watch is genuinely uncomfortable for most Africans. If you are eating and someone walks in, you offer them food, full stop, no questions asked, no calculation of whether there is enough. Ubuntu, the African philosophy meaning I am because we are, is not just a saying, it is lived out at every meal, every day across the continent. While the rest of the world is ordering individual portions and splitting bills to the last penny, Africans have been practicing radical generosity for thousands of years. Number 4. The relationship with time. If an African event is scheduled for 2 p.m., experienced attendees know to arrive at 4 p.m. What the rest of the world calls being late, Africans call being flexible. African time is not laziness, it is a fundamentally different relationship with time itself. In many African cultures, time is not a resource to be managed but a flow to be experienced. Relationships matter more than schedule. A conversation with an elder takes priority over a clock. If your aunt wants to talk for 2 hours before you leave the house, you talk for 2 hours. The meeting will still be there, but that conversation with your aunt might be the one of the last ones you ever have. Outsiders find this maddening, but in a world where stress, anxiety, and burnout from rigid schedules are becoming the biggest health crisis of our time, maybe African time is not so crazy after all. Maybe the rest of the world is the one that got it wrong. Number 5. The extended family system. In most Western countries, family means parents and children. In Africa, family means everyone. Your cousin's wife's uncle is your family. Your neighbor who has known your parents for 30 years is your family. The woman down the street who has watched you grow up has the right to correct you when you misbehave, and your parents will back her up. Children are raised not just by parents but by aunties, uncles, grandparents, and community members who all feel personally responsible for the child's well-being. If your parents are struggling financially, 10 other family members will step in without being asked. Nobody goes hungry alone. Nobody grieves alone. Nobody raises a child alone. To outsiders, this looks chaotic and boundaryless. But African children grow up with a safety net of love, accountability that the rest of the world is desperately trying to recreate through therapists, support groups, and community programs that charge money for what Africans have always been given freely. Number 6, talking to ancestors. Pour a little drink on the ground for those who came before us. Set aside the first portion of food for the ancestors. Consult the elders who have passed before making major decisions. To outsiders, this looks like superstition and primitive thinking. But African spirituality understands something deeply profound, that people who came before us shaped everything about who we are today. Their sacrifices, their struggles, their wisdom, and their blood runs through everything we do. Honoring them is not primitive. It is a recognition that we do not exist in isolation, but as part of an unbroken chain of human experience, stretching back thousands of years. Modern psychology now talks about intergenerational trauma and intergenerational healing. Africans have been practicing intergenerational connection since the beginning of human civilization. Number 7, the noise and the chaos that is actually community. African gatherings are loud. There is music, there is laughter, there is food everywhere. Children are running, others are arguing. Someone is always cooking, someone is always dancing. To outsiders, it looks disorganized and overwhelming. Many African visitors say they find African gathering exhausting at first, but then something shifts. They start to feel the energy, they start to feel included. They start to feel heard by the sheer warmth of that many people genuinely enjoying each other's company. What looks like chaos from the outside is actually one of the most sophisticated social systems ever developed by human beings. The women cooking are not just cooking, they are passing down recipes, stories, and wisdom. The men arguing outside are not fighting, they are debating community decisions. The children running around are not being neglected, they are being raised by an entire village in real time. Number 8, the way Africans celebrate everything. Got a new job, there's a party. Got into university, there's a party. Someone's child just worked for the first time, there's a party. Finished building a new room on the house, there's a party. To outsiders, this looks excessive and exhausting. But African communities understand something that modern psychology is only now confirming. That celebrating milestones together strengthens bonds, builds identity, and creates a kind of shared joy that makes hard times bearable. When you have danced with your community in the good times, you can lean on them in the bad times. Every celebration is an investment in the community's collective strength. Number 9, the unspoken rules that everyone just knows. In African culture, there are thousands of unspoken rules that nobody teaches you formally, but everyone knows. You do not visit someone's room empty-handed. You do not refuse food there 3 times. You do not look at an elder directly in the eyes for too long. You do not leave a gathering without saying goodbye to everyone individually. You do not talk about money problems in front of children. To outsiders observing an African social gathering, it looks like people are following some invincible, complicated rule book. And they are. It is called culture, and it has been refined over thousands of years to create the smoothest, most respectful, most connected human interactions possible. And this brings us back to that tourist who said Africa changes and their understanding of what it means to be human. He did not say that because Africa is perfect. He said it because for the first time in his life, he felt what it meant to truly belong somewhere. To be seen, to be fed, to be celebrated, to be part of something bigger than himself. Africa is not confusing. The world just has not taken the time to understand it. And the more you understand African culture, the more you realize it has been quietly solving problems that modern society is only now waking up to. If this video made you proud to be African or change how you see African culture, subscribe, because we celebrate and explain Africa every single week. Drop a comment below. Which one of these did you relate to the most? Let's talk. Thank you.